Vox Voice Works, an experience in sound.
Welcome. Tonight, Vox Voice Works takes you deep into the heart of Vermont's most chilling mystery. A place where reality fades into legend. This is the story of the Bennington Triangle, where people have simply vanished without a trace. This is a true story. Deep in the woods of Vermont lies the Bennington Triangle, a place where people have inexplicably vanished without a trace. Tonight, we invite you to journey into the documented mystery where every rustle of the leaves might be a secret waiting to be revealed. Records, eyewitnesses, and local lore all confirm one thing. Something in these woods has been watching for decades. This isn't fiction. This is a chilling mystery that continues to haunt those who dare to look closer. Our story begins November 12th, 1946. Paula Weldon, an 18-year-old college student from Bennington, Vermont, decided to take a hike into the mountains. A simple trip, just a few hours through the woods. She had been on that trail, that long trail, before, but this time something was different. Paula was last seen walking on the trail by a local man. He recalled her as a pleasant young woman, dressed in a red jacket, walking with a purpose. But her disappearance? It was swift, unbelievably swift. Despite a massive search effort, there was no sign of Paula anywhere. No tracks in the snow, no evidence that she'd turned back, and no trace of her to be found. As days passed, the search grew cold, but the mystery only deepened. What makes Paula's disappearance so eerie isn't just the lack of evidence. It's that she simply vanished, as though the woods swallowed her whole. And this wasn't the first time the woods had claimed someone. Paula's case was the most famous, but she wasn't the last time. In the years that followed, more people vanished within the boundaries of the Bennington Triangle, each disappearance marked by a strange, unexplainable circumstances. In December 1949, a hunter named Middie Rivers, a seasoned woodsman, disappeared. He was guiding a group of hunters through the area, and at some point simply vanished into thin air. The men with him heard him calling out to them, but when they reached the spot where his voice had echoed, he was gone. The searchers found nothing. No tracks, no sign of a struggle. It was as though Middie had vanished into the very air itself. And then, just a year later, another man, 8-year-old Paul Jepson, disappeared while traveling with his mother. They were passing through the same remote area near Glastonbury Mountains when Paul wandered off. His mother turned her back for just a brief moment, and when she looked back again, he was gone. And again, there was no sign of struggle, no tracks, and no explanation. Just the terrible realization that the woods were taking another victim without warning and without reason. So what happened in the Bennington Triangle? Was there something sinister lurking in the woods? Was it just bad luck? Or something far darker? Some believe the area is cursed. They point to the stories of the indigenous tribes who once lived there, who spoke of strange, dark forces that haunted the land. Perhaps they knew something we didn't. Perhaps there is something in the woods, something ancient, that claims those who wander too far. Others suggest a more practical, but still chilling theory. Glastonbury Mountains, where most of these disappearances occur, was once home to a large logging operation. Some believe that deep within the woods are hidden caves, underground tunnels, places where people can fall and disappear, unnoticed, never to be found. But there's still one theory that lingers in the minds of many. The idea that the land itself is somehow alive. That the Bennington Triangle is not just a place, but a force. A place where the very earth might decide who stays and who vanishes. And even the most seasoned woodsman can be swallowed whole by the land itself. The disappearances in the Bennington Triangle have never been solved. No one knows for sure why people vanish in those woods. But the mystery lives on. Today, the area remains a place of intrigue. Locals still speak of the lost souls who haunt the land. The Bennington Triangle remains a place where those who dare to venture too far might find themselves never returning. Maybe it's the legends, maybe it's the isolation, but there's something about the woods there, a feeling that something is waiting. For decades, the Bennington Triangle has been an unsolved enigma, a black hole of disappearances swallowed by time. But in recent years, a new wave of investigators, journalists, researchers, and even law enforcement have revisited the mystery. The most notable and recent deep dive investigation came from a group of independent researchers and paranormal investigators who in 2021 launched a large-scale effort to re-examine the case with modern forensic tools and technology. They pored over old case files, interviewed locals, and even conducted on-site expeditions into Glastonbury Mountains. What they found only deepened the mystery. Their research confirmed that many had long suspected the official records were incomplete. Paula Weldon's case? Some of the original search and rescue reports had gone missing from police archives. James Ted Ford's disappearance? The bus company's official passenger manifest was never logged into Bennington Town's records. Middie Rivers? Theories range from an animal attack to a fall in rough terrain, but there was never any physical evidence. When they compared these cases to modern missing person reports, they discovered something disturbing. The disappearances fit a pattern. Between 1998 and 2019, at least 4 other people vanished within a 10-mile radius of the original Bennington Triangle sites. 1998, a local hunter, Edward Jacobs, age 37, vanished while tracking deer near the Long Trail. His last known radio communication, a distorted message saying he was seeing someone or something move in the trees. 2003, hiker Melissa Porter, age 28, was reported missing after separating from her group near Bald Mountain. Her backpack was found. She was not. 2008, Timothy Stone, aged 53, an off-duty search and rescue officer, went hiking alone. To disprove the Bennington Triangle myth, he was never seen again. 2019, a college student named Ryan Bennett, age 22, disappeared while filming a YouTube documentary about the Bennington Triangle. His camera was recovered, but his final recording was corrupted. The authorities have remained tight-lipped on these cases. often citing harsh terrain and natural causes as explanation. But no remains have been found. No footprints leading away, no definitive answers. And just like before, the forest remains silent. The modern investigation has only fueled speculation about what's really happening in the Bennington Triangle. Is it human error? A perfect storm of environmental hazards? Or is it something else? Something hiding in the woods, waiting? Because the one thing that hasn't changed is this: people are disappearing. And the Bennington Triangle legends is far from over. But what of the local legends? What of the people who were there before us? For centuries, the Abenaki people of the Vermont Native American tribes have avoided Glastonbury Mountains. They believed it was a cursed place, a place where the earth itself was wrong. One legend speaks of a stone hidden deep in the woods, a stone that, when stepped on, opens like a mouth and swallows people whole. Another tells of the Bennington Monster, a giant, hairy creature that has been sighted in the area since the 1800s. A shadowy thing with long arms and hollow eyes that watch from the tree line. Others say the mountain has something even worse, an energy, a presence that disrupts compasses, confuses hikers, and when the time is right, takes them. Skeptics argue it is just wilderness. People get lost, weather changes. Animals scavenge the remains before search teams arrive. But those who lived in Bennington their whole lives, they don't go up that mountain. They know the stories. They know the history. They know that sometimes people who walk into those woods never walk back out. And if the Bennington Triangle is watching you, you won't even hear it coming. Many of the official records stop at 1950. But some say the disappearances never really ended. There are modern reports of hikers hearing voices deep in the woods. A few have claimed they lost time, stepping off the trail for what felt like minutes, only to realize hours had passed. A handful of experienced hikers and hunters have gone missing in that region within the last 20 years. Cases that never gained much attention. So is the Bennington Triangle just a coincidence? A series of unsolved mysteries? We'll leave that up to you to decide. And thank you for listening. This has been Vox VoiceWorks, signing out.